I'm Dave.
I'm Matthew. Today's a big one because we've got the all-new, updated BMW 1 Series.
That's right, we're going compact executive or the first rung on the BMW ladder. Let's go and take a look around this one. First launched in 2004, the BMW 1 Series came in hatchback, coupe and also convertible. In generation 2, the coupe and the convertible moved to Series 2, and now we have the generation 3. Let's take a closer look. So taking on the all-new BMW styling, or their design language as they say, the huge massive kidney grills joined in the middle but incredibly bright and incredibly blinged up. There you go, easy for me to say. Across the front here, a large front apron, and look down the side here, some huge air scoops that will take the wind right down the side. This one also comes with the adaptive LED headlights, but look at them, they're a lot more sloping, a lot more aggressive, a lot more angrier, like me. But anyway, let's have a look down the side now. Our review model comes in Stormy Bay Grey, which is actually makes a difference from their mineral grey, which is a lot darker. I actually really like this colour. Down the side here, we've got the this version, which is the 118, comes with the M Sport body kit, which has got the 18-inch wheels in 5 twin spoke. Anyway, looking down here, extended sills, as I say, the M Sport body kit, body badge. The wing mirrors come in the same body kit colour, which is cool, and also some blackened highlights. The roofline has been extended all the way down here. It's a lovely flow down here towards the Hofmeister kink here, which would normally allude to the fact of it being a front engine rear wheel drive. This one is a front engine front wheel drive, but I'll get to that in a moment. BMW have been a little bit more frugal with the lines down the side, but they're still quite dominant. You can see, you know, a very sharp shoulder line and belt line as they're coming through, moving up here around to the rear. Roofline spoiler with some blackened out sides here, a two-part LED L-shaped rear tail lights. All of the underside here is blackened out, so this has got the, as I say, the M Sport body kit on it. Nice wide exhaust, and no, it's not a kicker, it's actually a manual boot, which leaves you open to 380 litres of boot space, which is rather substantial, and a 67 millimeter wider loading area, so it's actually quite easy to load and quite spacious. Now let's take a look under the bonnet. A 1.5 litre 3-cylinder engine with figures that are 103 kilowatts, 220 newton meters of torque out of this little puppy here. 0 to 100 is around about 8.5 seconds. It's got 5.9 litres per 100 kilometers in fuel efficiency, and if I'm not mistaken, 135 grams of CO2 per kilometer. So it's efficient, nippy enough, and actually not bad on the environment. Let's take a look inside. Matthew will show you around.
So this has got the comfort open and closing, so as I walk through the car, it unlocks by itself, which gives me a chance then to show you what's inside, so come take a look with me. So on the inside here, there's some new bits. Firstly, the build quality is better than the previous version, so what we have is a lot more soft plastics around, which I do love, as you know. So that's all soft, all this is soft, around the middle here as well. It's all nice and soft. You do get a little bit of rough plastics down the bottom, but that's fine. It's the base model 1 Series. This cabin has a really nice spacious air to it, if you like, which is something that BMW are focusing on with the new 1 Series. Because the drivetrain is now actually in the front of the car instead of the rear, you get 3.3 centimeters more legroom in the back, which I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, as part of the more luxurious and spacious feel here, you get this semi-floating console. The gear stick now has a really nice glass finish to it, and doesn't get any fingerprints on it, which is really nice. All the controls for the car settings are down here, including BMW's iDrive, or as it's now called, the Connected Plus system, which includes Hey BMW, emergency SOS calling in case you get into a crash or whatever. It's got concierge services. I'm not sure what that exactly means. And then it's got real-time traffic alerts, which that is really handy. In addition to all those features, you do get leather seats, and there's a special BMW fabric trim on it. You get a nice leather steering wheel in proper BMW fashion. It feels really sporty to grip. You've got big thumb grips there, and an M badge as part of the M Sport package. Now this new 1 Series has got BMW's Connected Plus floating infotainment system. So this is actually a touchscreen, so you can flick through the different menus using your finger, or you can use the rotary dial down here. Either way. The gauges are all digital and customizable as well, according to the sport modes, according to the drive modes rather. So when you put it into sport, as it is now, you'll see the dial sort of become red and a little bit more angry, or just to encourage you to drive the BMW in a way that they do like it, the ultimate driving machine as it's called. Anyway, enough about the front. It's a bit more posh in here. There's some softer materials around, but the bigger deal is with the space in the back. So let's take a look. In the back here, as I said, the big difference is that the drivetrain is now in the front of the car, which means you get the extra leg room in here, 3.3 centimeters to be exact. And while that doesn't sound like much, let me give you an idea of it. So this seat is set as far back as it'll go and as low as it'll go. But if I sit there, I've still got a bit of knee room, I've still got a bit of foot room, and of course headrooms aplenty. That's really the difference that switch in drivetrains has made. But there's another big thing about the rear of this car. It's designed in a way pleasing to young parents with children who need child seats. As we know, they're quite fiddly and quite bulky, so the doors actually open really wide, and the length of the door itself is wide, so you get a nice big open space here to attach your kids' child seats. And when you do want to attach it in, easy accessible isofix points all around. That's really handy. Anyway, it's a 1 Series, and the big difference here is engine and drivetrain both in the front. So let's go see how this car drives.
So compact executive, which is pretty much sums me up. I'm an executive and I'm rather compact. Certainly wider. I'm not that tall, but I'm certainly wider. So this could be the ideal car for me. Shut up. BMW have spent the time to make the 1 Series more urban chic, more I don't know, user-friendly, as far as there's more shoulder room. It's not necessarily longer, which is great, so you're still going to get into car parking spaces and stuff like that, but you've just got more freedom, more width. We're not sitting on top of each other, which is a good thing.
It is definitely a good thing, and you feel that improvement, especially in the headroom. I mean, this does have the panoramic sunroof option, but even otherwise, you get more headroom here. There's more space in the front and the back, and it feels less cramped. It's part of that idea of space is part of this new generation of the 1 Series.
Yeah, the seats having this M Sport option with the bigger bolsters on the side of the seats and everything is really good. I'm very comfortable.
You also get a little bit of M colors on the seat belt there. That's a nice touch.
Passengers in the rear, plenty of space, as Matthew's just said. So it's got all the stuff that comes with all the modern BMW. So it's got the Hey BMW, it's got the digital dash, digital infotainment screen, digital instrument cluster, and this one with the chunky steering wheel. Just love the feel of this in your hand. It's just very, very cool.
Not to forget that this is a touchscreen as well, so you can operate it through using your fingers rather than just the little knob below. And to add to that, I guess, more premium feeling that comes with this new 1 Series, all the aluminium bits are satinized, as they call it, which just means they're smooth.
Satinized.
That is a word, by the way.
Front wheel drive does give you that I don't know, that ability to pull yourself out of corners. This is the 1.5 version, which is the 118, which still confuses me, but it's not bad for a 3-cylinder engine. It's got some clout. The reality is the better car is going to be the 135, and that's going to have the all-wheel drive system, and that's going to be the car to go for, the M135. But this is not a bad option.
And especially when you remember that this exact same, in fact, 1.5 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged engine was used in the BMW i8 sports car. That's some pretty good credentials, if you know. I guess the elephant in the room here is the fact that there's no rear wheel drive, but to be honest, that's not going to matter to most BMW customers. It's got the luxury, it's got the feel, it's got that all important badge on the front. Those are the things that matter.
Yeah, it is a driver's enough car, put it that way. This also comes with the reverse assist, which has been a ton of fun. Literally, you put it into reverse, push the reverse assist, and it'll backtrack your last, I think it's 50 meters. But essentially, however you're going into a tight space, it will get the way out. We did try to put our foot down to see if we can do a super fast J-turn or an automatic J-turn. It doesn't. It just shuts off completely and just lets you reverse back in straight. And also, I put Matthew behind to see if I could if it would continue to run him over. It sort of would. It just alerts you that your environment has changed since you drove in. There's now a Matthew behind you, and you either run him down or you try to avoid him or brake. So there you have it, BMW's new 1 Series, or as they're calling it, the 1.
It's changed in so many ways, but in so many ways it's become even more BMW, if you like. It's more luxurious, more comfortable, but still has a good enough sense of drivability for BMW's customers.
More width, more height. I could do with more height, less width, to be honest, but there you go. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. There's going to be so much more this year. We're up for a busy year.
We'll see you next time, and have a look around. Take a look at our other videos.
See you next time.